Hi folks, Meteorologist Shane Smith here, 10 a.m. Sunday morning with an update about what's going on with this winter storm, which so far really hasn't done a whole lot. Want to look on Google Earth first with the radar satellite composite painted on, and I want you to pay attention to this area on the right side of your screen. That was the first batch of moisture that came through last night. Now, the original track of that was supposed to be through the deep south and then start coming up and then grazing southern West Virginia, southern Kentucky before it headed on out. And then this second piece of energy behind it was supposed to kind of meet up with it. The two were going to kind of get together, and that's what was going to help to create our heavy snow event. Well, as you can see, uh, the first piece of energy said to the second, bye, and that's what happened. There was a little bit more thunderstorm activity last night down around the Gulf of Mexico into the southern portion of the United States, down into the deep south. And that kept everything a little bit farther south than what our computer models were originally showing and what the forecast was originally calling for. You know, we've been saying during this entire event, 50 miles is going to make a huge difference. Well, it wasn't a 50-mile jog to the south. This thing was 100 to 150 miles farther south. And it completely threw the forecast off. And we didn't see it until last night, unfortunately, because at here's part of weather forecasting in general. Everything we're looking at is computer modeling or simulations of the future. And until everything actually starts showing up on the map, that's all we've got to go by. And once we saw it on the map and saw that it was farther south, we're like, uh-oh, forecast is wrong, we gotta change it. And that's what we did, but, you know, everybody's like, well, where's the 5 to 10 inches of snow? Well, it ain't happening. Sorry. I'm not happy about a forecast being wrong. I'm not happy that everyone had to go out and get prepared for it because we told them to, and now it looks like we're getting very little. So that's that. Let's go ahead and look at a few other different things. A little bit closer look at the radar. You can see right now their rain snow line, at least according to the radar, is right along the Cumberland and Hal Rogers Parkway in Kentucky. Here in southern West Virginia, we're seeing a little sporadic scattered snow showers right now. My friends in eastern Kentucky, 1 to 3, 2 to 4 inches. The farther east you live, the better chance you have of seeing snow. Besides that, it's not going to be much. Back over here in the southern West Virginia, there's going to be a very sharp cutoff between who sees maybe 4 to 6 inches of snow and who sees way less than that. And right now, my guess is that cutoff is somewhere around 25 miles within Interstate 64. So places like Oak Hill, Fayetteville may not get that much. Beckley may get a couple inches, and Bluefield may get slammed out of this thing. It's still really hard to tell. My guess is right now, I'd put Oak Hill in a 1 to 3 inch range, Beckley in the 2 to 4 inch range, and Bluefield in a 3 to 6 inch range. The other thing we got working against us is the temperatures. Temperatures still into the upper 30s across a lot of the area. We'll get some snow because it's cold enough in the atmosphere. It's colder in the atmosphere than it is in the surface, but that's also going to help cut back on any kind of snow we do see, snowfall totals. We're going to go ahead and skip that real quick and look at a computer model we call the HRRR, and stands for the High Resolution Rapid Refresh Model. It's a pretty new model that INSEP has been developing. And what you see with it, this is a simulated radar product. So it's still showing a big, heavy band of moisture coming through southern Kentucky into southern West Virginia later on this afternoon. And that would at least give us the chance for snow. I know it shows up on what looks like rain on this, but it doesn't distinguish between liquid and frozen. Um, Bottom line, here is what it's showing for snowfall through 21Z, or subtract 5 hours of that to get East Coast time, which would be 1600, which for you folks that don't do military time is 4 o'clock in the afternoon. That would be a general 1 to 2, 3 inch snow in eastern Kentucky, 1 to 3 across a lot of southern West Virginia and down around Bluefield and Tazewell, Virginia, 3 to 4 inches. And that's through 6 o'clock, through 4 o'clock this afternoon. And then you push it out a couple more hours and we may get another inch or two on top of that. Here's a look at the NAM model, the one that was showing 12 inches of snow not even a couple of days ago. And folks, once again, this is why I say track can make all the difference. 50 miles can make a world of difference. Not a whole lot. Eastern Kentucky is showing 2 to 4 inches. Southern West Virginia, 4 to 6. That's what the NAM says. GFS, pretty similar. It's even keeping less into portions of Eastern Kentucky. And a general 2 to 4 across southern West Virginia with a little bit more down on the Virginia border. Once again, folks, I'm sorry. Forecast didn't play out like we thought it would. We did the best we could with the data we had at the time, and it was wrong. So, once again, I'm sorry. We're trying to do the best we can with this forecast. It's not an exact science. It's not a perfect science, and we're still working on it. So that's the very latest. I'll have more coming up later in the day.